What if nothing could break you again? Not words, not silence, not failure, not loss. What if no one could pull you out of peace no matter what they said or did? Most people live like open books. A rude comment can rewrite their mood. A delay in traffic can ruin their whole day. They don't know it yet, but they've given the world permission to control them. But imagine if you could take that permission back. Imagine if you could move through chaos and stay calm, like a mountain that doesn't shake in the storm. That's power. Not the kind that shouts. The kind that stays still. The strong don't talk about power. They walk in it. The weak chase control. The strong create it inside. This video is not just talk. It's training. It's a path to building a mind that no one can shake again. When you look at most people today, scrolling, comparing, reacting, they're tired. Not from work. From emotional noise. They're drained because they never learned one truth. You don't have to react. You don't have to reply to every insult. You don't have to defend every choice. You don't have to chase every bit of respect that someone forgets to give. You can let go and still win. The world teaches you to fight for every inch. But the Stoics and every wise mind since knew the secret. The man who controls himself controls the room. He doesn't get louder, he gets clearer. Let's talk about emotional armor. Every day you walk into battles, at work, online, at home. People test you even without meaning to. They'll say something careless. They'll ignore your effort. They'll cancel plans. And most people react like fire. Quick, hot, destructive. But here's the twist. The fire that burns fast also dies fast. The strong don't burn out. They breathe out. They pause. They wait. They master the space between trigger and response. That small space is where strength is born. Next time someone disrespects you, stop. Don't explain. Don't react. Breathe. You'll feel the urge to prove something. Don't. Silence is not weakness. It's a signal. You can't move me anymore. Think about lions. They don't roar at every sound in the jungle. They roar only when it matters. That's how you should be. You don't answer every disrespect. You choose your moments. Because your energy is gold, and you don't give gold to clowns. Now let's talk about expectations. This one hurts because it's true. We suffer not because people disappoint us, but because we expected them not to. You expected your friend to support you. You expected your boss to see your effort. You expected your partner to understand you without words. But they didn't. And now you're hurt, not by what they did, but by the story you told yourself about what they should have done. That's the real pain, the gap between how life is and how you think it should be. So close that gap. Lower your expectations, not your standards. When you expect less, you get hurt less. And when you stop expecting, you start observing. That's how peace begins, not when people change, but when your view of them changes. Marcus Aurelius said, when you wake up, expect rudeness, selfishness, and greed. But also remember, they can't touch your mind unless you let them. That's freedom. Here's something practical. When someone lets you down, ask yourself, am I upset because of what they did or because I thought they'd be different? That one question can save your peace. Let's move to provocation, because the world will test you. There will always be someone who pushes your buttons just to see if they still work. Some do it out of pain. Some do it for power. But either way, they win when you react. That's why emotional control isn't just calm, it's strategy. It's chess, not checkers. When you don't react, they lose access. They can't play a game with someone who refuses to sit at the table. So the next time someone tries to provoke you, smile. Not a fake smile. A knowing smile. Because you see the trap and you step over it. That's dominance. Quiet dominance. Remember this. Not every battle is yours and not every insult deserves your response. A man who answers every noise will never hear his own voice. Now here's where life really starts to change. When you stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this teaching me? Every hard moment, the rejection, the argument, the delay, is not punishment. It's preparation. It's life showing you who you are when comfort leaves the room. You don't grow from easy days. You grow from days that test you. Pain is not a wall. It's a doorway. And you walk through it one choice at a time. When you get frustrated, ask, what muscle is this moment trying to build in me? Patience? Focus? Humility? Then train that muscle. Every day in small ways. That's how you become unbreakable. Now let's talk about emotions. You will still feel. You're human. Anger, sadness, fear, they're part of you. But they're not meant to drive you. They're meant to guide you. Emotions are like kids in the car. You can listen to them, but you don't give them the steering wheel. Feel the feeling, but don't feed it. Pause before you speak. Observe before you act. The person who pauses owns the moment. The person who reacts loses it. Gratitude. Not the thank you kind, the thank life kind. When things go wrong, when people test you, when the plan fails, thank the lesson. Gratitude doesn't erase pain. It transforms it. Every difficulty is a teacher in disguise. Traffic teaches patience. Rejection teaches redirection. Silence teaches peace. Failure teaches humility. So when life hits you, whisper, "Thank you for the lesson." That single line changes how pain feels. It turns chaos into class. Here's a truth that can change everything. In time, everything loses weight. What feels huge now, a heartbreak, a loss, a failure, will one day just be a memory. So don't build your identity around temporary pain. Zoom out. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? Most of the time the answer is no. Time is your best teacher if you let it be. The storm always passes. Don't drown before it does. And when all this becomes part of who you are, the calm, the gratitude, the clarity, you'll notice something powerful. People will start to feel your stillness. They'll test you less. They'll respect your silence. Because calm energy is contagious. When you no longer need to prove yourself, you become undeniable. When you stop reacting to everything, you start directing everything. From that place, peace isn't just something you have, it's something you are. So remember this. You don't need to become emotionless. You need to become emotionally undefeated. You don't need a perfect life. You need a powerful perspective. And that's something you can build right now. Start with your next reaction. Don't give it away. Hold it, feel it, then choose. That's where real freedom lies, in choice. This isn't motivation. This is transformation. It's a daily practice. One pause, one breath, one choice at a time. And soon, nothing and no one will shake you again. Unshakable. That's not a word. That's your new identity. You don't shout it. You show it. You walk calmly through storms while others panic. You move in silence. You think before you act. You stay steady when others fold. Because real power isn't loud. It's calm. And calm wins, every time. If this video gave you something to reflect on, like it, share it, and subscribe for more.